What is up, everybody? This is Recap Rewind. I am J-Lag, and I'm here with
NB.
Hager.
Hey.
We're doing an earlier
Riverdale.
episode.
We're back after a week off.
I know, yep.
This
is season 1, episode 11. The episode is called To Riverdale and Back Again.
Okay, so let's get right into this. I just want to ask you before we start the episode, how do you feel about all this like murder solving going on right now? Because I feel like the last even two maybe not maybe the last one, but like I just feel like there's like a lot of side drama about this murder, and it's almost like too overpowering. Like it's like,
right,
you know, like tonight was the homecoming dance.
Yeah.
Which is a huge staple for like every
in
single
American
teen
world,
show ever. Like
in
Buffy, it was like a huge thing. Yeah. Like, and it kind of, to be honest, like it was very like unforgettable. Like it's forgettable. Like I don't remember what the hell happened in the dance.
Doesn't matter what dance it is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because everything was so overpowered by like what was happening with like Jughead and like the dad and stuff.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of following like that new age like murder mystery, like Pretty Little Liars, where they go to dances like every 5 minutes and like
I guess
like they aren't memorable to me at least.
But like they should be though.
I don't know. Maybe we'll remember it. It might be like...
Who knows? So anyway, so we have like Jughead's intro in the beginning. He's talking
and
like,
he's
it's
like homecoming.
It's like coming. And then the best part was like it cuts to Cheryl and she's like in the locker room and she's like stretching.
Doing a stretch.
But like she's doing some like next level like stripper stretch. Her leg is like on the locker. We both looked at each other. We're like, what the fuck is she doing?
It was so
This girl's jokes.
Oh my gosh, I was dying.
And then it cuts to Archie and his mom, and they're sort of like talking, having like a chat, like in the kitchen. And and you mentioned that like you were like the chemistry was kind of like weird between the two.
Yeah, it was like looking at them both together. I don't know. Maybe it's just because
it was like she was just asking him questions. Not like she was like genuinely like, this is my son, I care about him. Like,
she just, I don't know, she kind of felt out of place. Like, I don't know if it's like a Molly Ringwald thing or if it's like a Archie mom thing.
Maybe.
I don't know. I wasn't feeling her so much.
Maybe because she hasn't like acted in a while, so like she's like back in the game and like she's like rusty. So then they talk a bit, whatever, and she's like, so you like music? Like, do they not talk on the phone though?
Yeah.
Like, has she not spoken to her son in like 4 months?
Yeah, but I mean,
I guess so.
Or like lots has happened since then.
Or like
she's just trying to like connect. She's just trying to connect with him. It's like, well, yeah, so that's all I know about you. So that's it.
Yeah. Then it cuts to the lodge women, and they're talking, and Hermione's like, oh, like your dad's gonna get out like
Hiram's
quick
gonna
time.
Get out, like, so we're probably gonna see him by second season.
Yeah. Or maybe even by the end of the season, maybe, yeah. So he's gonna get like early release. So like Veronica doesn't really know how to feel. She's like kind of cheesed.
She's still kind of pissed.
She's like, I don't want him to get out. She's like, what if like he did all this shady shit?
Yeah. So she doesn't trust him, and then I think at one point in time too, Hermione's like, don't start making all these conclusions about
if you don't have evidence.
You don't have the evidence for.
Right, and then Veronica's like, I'm gonna get the evidence.
Okay, I'll find the evidence.
I'm gonna go get this episode. I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna do right now. Quick. Yeah, be right back. So then it cuts to Jugs and his dad. And I think they're having like a good moment. Like, cute. He sees him and he's like, "Hey, dude, how's it going?" And like he's like, "Whoa,
he's like super happy." He like shaved his beard. Like he looks very fresh. Like
he looks like he's like sober. Yeah, and it's all good stuff. And then it cuts to Veronica and Archie talking about what happened
at the party,
the last party.
And it's so funny because Archie's like, "Hey, Ronnie. Hey girl," and she's like, what? Like, what do you want to talk about?
She's like, hey.
He's like, let's talk about what happened. Like, you slept over. He's like, you slept in my bed. She's like, okay, we slept in different beds. She's like, chill the fuck out.
Chill.
It's funny how she's kind of playing like the low key and he's kind of like high key, like he wants her.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what it's always been. Yeah. Right? Like Betty chases him and he chases Ronnie. Like it's like that's like the dynamic.
That's like their dynamic for sure.
Anyway, so he's like begging her. He's like, we should definitely like see what this goes. She's like, no. She's like, I got work to do.
Yeah, mostly it's like she's got shit going on in her life. Like she can't have a boyfriend right now. Yeah. It's like fair enough. And then we cut to Alice, and she's
like in the office.
she's aka the high school.
Come here right now. She like looks at Betty and Veronica. She's like, come in here. Whoever's not in this room, aka like us three, is a suspect. Okay, thank you for like saying that concept.
She's like, yeah, just so you know, you can't trust anybody outside of this room.
She's like, Joaquin, I know he's up to something. And Betty's like, but Mom, how the hell did you know that? She's like, I told you, I saw him in the window at your house party.
That little queer boy.
And she was like, I know he was up to something. She was, Mom, what if he was just talking to like FP? She's like, no. I know what talking is, and I know what like conspiring is.
Yeah.
Okay, Alice.
Super sleuth, right? Okay, chill.
Like chill.
But so now she kind of wants to figure out what the hell FP's up to. So she's kind of starting to like devise a plan in her head.
She's like, okay, I'm gonna have him over for dinner.
Right. And like Betty's like not about that.
No, Betty's like, no, I believe FP.
She's like, I'm out of here.
I trust Jughead and his dad. Like, don't be sketch, Mom. Like, please.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I don't want a part of this.
Yeah, and then she like walks out.
But she walks, and now I know why Ronnie was like silent.
Yeah.
Because she walked out, and then me and you looked at each other. We're like, why is like Veronica so quiet?
Yeah. And
she's never quiet.
And then she's like, I'll be back later. Yeah, this is essentially what she does. Then it cuts to Thornhill. This part was so creepy.
Oh my god.
Music was like next level creeps. And you know, like Polly's just like pregnant AF, and she's just
looking in the hallways.
Yeah, just checking things out. And then she like finds this door that's creaked open. Okay, too convenient.
Yeah.
But like the first angle she sees are like
the wigs.
like lines and lines of wigs.
Why were they more hidden?
Yeah, they were like creepy Archie wigs.
So I was not that I was wondering about it, but as soon as she saw,
what was that?
So she sees Clifford.
Yeah.
And he's basically bald, and essentially like those were his wigs.
He has like white hair.
But as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, he was wearing a wig like
the whole time.
Sense.
Yeah.
Because I remember being like, his hair is really weird. It was like the way it sat on his head, it was like elevated. So I was like, his hair looks really awkward. Like Fred's hair doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
FP's hair doesn't look like that.
I totally agree with you. When I saw it, I was like, he looks like a weird redhead. Like, he looks like a redhead who's wearing a wig.
Like the extra like goes to the hair, like hairspray. Like I don't know. Like it was weird, but it makes sense.
So he's wearing a wig. He sees, he books Polly through the mirror, and he like closes the door on her. She's like, whoa.
So first we were like, oh my god, he's
like the kid.
Transitioning. He's transitioning like he's a woman.
He's cross-dressing.
And maybe that like provided him a better like hide costume when he killed Jason. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, guys, we were like dying of laughter.
I was like, this is so creepy. Like the music was really, really next level. And then I guess school's over. I don't even know what happens at that point in time, but Veronica goes back to Alice.
Yeah.
On the side note.
She like lurks back into the room.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to be part of this. She's like, I don't trust him. She goes, I know that he worked with my dad. So, you know, I want to help you, and like we'll like do something. She's like, okay, sick. She's like, I'm gonna invite them for dinner, FP and Jug. And she's like, then she goes, you'll go to FP's trailer and like find information.
Yeah. Did she say that all at that moment in time?
She did, no?
She plans
right,
the entire thing out. Right, because
then she's already getting ready for the dinner and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So she's like already
she's like putting in work. And then it cuts to Cheryl making an announcement at school. Like she's like,
so they're sitting outside.
Holla,
they're sitting outside in like the snow. In
the freezing cold.
Like, no. Go outside. Like you're 7 months too late, obviously. Like it's done. Go outside.
We all know that you don't sit outside during the winter.
And they're all like chilling as if like they're not freezing their asses off. And then like Cheryl comes, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna like be at the homecoming or something.
And then she was like, I'm bringing Polly with me.
Okay.
And then she was like, just so you know, I am bringing her with me. And then she like left.
Okay.
It was so random.
And then at that moment, Archie's like, yeah, I want to like perform. And then
so then Archie's like, can I play some songs at the thing? And I don't know what was going on with Betty in this episode.
Betty's face, this whole episode was killing me.
She was like,
amazing.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
She's like, shut the fuck up.
That was the face that she gave. Yeah. And then he's like, yo, I'm sorry. I didn't like mean to offend you or anything. And then she's like, no, your music's depressing or whatever. I think she like tried to change the subject. And then Veronica's like, no, but we're gonna sing some like happy songs.
Yeah,
together.
We're gonna do a duet together. He's
you
like,
and I.
What?
He's like, and then Archie's like,
he got so excited. He's like, yo.
I was like,
he's like, okay, I'm down.
Just shut up.
And then as soon as like they leave that like Winterfell, they like go to like the hallway, and then he like tries to like kiss her.
No, he like lurked.
He got so as soon as she said she's like, we're gonna be like a duo. He's like down.
He like ran.
He like ran to her and like tried to kiss her. She's like, what do you do? Like, no.
She's like, I'm not down for that. And like he's like
no.
in the science room. He's like, he's like, how about now? How about now?
He's like in the science room. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but she wasn't feeling it.
Chemistry. Wink,
I see what you did there. That's always the case.
But yeah, I was like, what the hell, Archie? Calm the F down.
But then at the same time, she's like, okay, not right now, But also,
save it.
Can you help me figure out what the fuck's happening with FP?
Yeah, like she convinces him, and she's like, "Look, we gotta make sure that Jughead's okay."
And then he's like, "And then?"
Like, obviously, you know. She's like, "We gotta save Jughead." He's like, "But then after?" She's like, "Okay, Archie, okay." Like, you know, like he's just that guy. Like he went from like, "No, I will not do this plan with you," because like I love Jughead.
Yeah.
And then he tried to kiss her, and then she's like, "Okay, but if we go like on this mission," he's like, "Okay, I'll go on the mission with you." He's like, "You need my help? I can drive you."
That's
he's such an idiot.
He's so okay. So then this part's kind of weird. So it's a little. This episode's like, at least this part to me was like kind of disjointed. Molly Ringwald, aka like Archie's mom, rolls up to the construction site. Mary, hey Mary. She rolls up to the construction site and she's goes to find out FP. No, Fred. Yeah. Right. That makes more sense. I don't know why I wrote down FP. And then Hermione,
Hermione's like working there.
/ she's the side woman, guys.
Side chick, but at that point she doesn't know that. So she walks in, Mary, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Hermione." She's like, "I heard you're working for Fred." She's like, "Actually, I'm working with him." Ooh. I was like, "Yo, that's like shade." And then she's like, "Okay, whatever." She's like, "But where's my husband?" No, she didn't say that.
And then I think she Loki asked her to the
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all. Like, why would Hermione already be going to the dance though? Yeah, like all the parents were already there. Why are the parents
going anyway?
That number one, that number two. I feel like Fred would have already invited her.
That's true. I agree. So then at one point in time, Betty goes to talk to Polly. She's like doing the decorations or whatever, and then Polly's like, "Some shit's going down here, like it's really, really weird, like there's something up here. I'm gonna like keep investigating. I'll see you at the dance." And then it cuts to Jughead showing up to wherever Betty's in the high school, and he's like, "Yo, I'm super excited about dinner."
Oh yes. And then she's like, "What dinner?"
And then what dinner? And then she's like, "Oh yeah, like your mom like invited us or whatever for dinner, like before the dance." Yeah. And then she's like, "Mom."
She's like, "Oh yeah, I know about the dinner." Yeah.
And then she like goes to her mom and she's like, "Oh hey mom, she's like, hey, nice pie you're making right now. Yeah. Like what's going on right now?" And she's like, "Oh, so I invited people for dinner. Now what are you talking about?" Yeah. And then her mom's like,
Betty's like, "Mom, I know what the fuck you're doing."
Yeah, she's like a fucking investigator. Obviously, she's gonna try to like figure something out.
She's like, "Whatever, Betty."
She's like, "Let me have my moment. Let me do me." And then Archie is kind of like tripping out because like he sees his mom and dad together, and he's like, "Yo, you guys are like together. It's like really weird to see you guys together." He's like, yeah. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it so much.
She's like, "Just go sleep, okay?" So then like he goes to like sleep in his bed, and like Juggy's still there.
Jugs is
and he's like, "Hey Jugs, like, you know, what about your dad?" Like he's asking him like all these like weird questions. Yeah. And then he finds out that FP has been reading Juggy's manuscript. Yeah. And he's been like asking about like who killed Jason, like da. So like Archie freaks out.
He glitches
out. And like
out.
his first reaction is like not to text Veronica, but like to run to her apartment.
To her house.
Like in the middle of the night. Yeah. And Juggy's like, "Okay, bro, like do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do." And then yeah.
So he runs over to her house, and she's like, "What the hell is this, like a booty call?"
And he's like, "No,
he's like, "No, I got information."
And then he's like, "This is what happened. I heard this thing happening with FP. We're gonna do it. I'm in now. Yeah, like I'm gonna do it with you this time." Yeah. And also, I think like in the middle of that, like there's Cheryl's mom talking to Betty, to Polly, and being like, his wigs are like, "Don't freak out." So like, Clifford has been wearing a wig since like 1992. It's fine. Like he has different kinds of wigs, and then Polly's like, "Oh, okay, cool." I think that's Cheryl does that after.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then after the mom's like, "Whatever." I'm trying to just like go quickly, but the mom's like, "Have your milkshake, darling." Yeah, and she gives her this fucking ginormous milkshake. Polly's like, "Okay."
And then that's
and then Cheryl. So then Cheryl gets into Polly's room, right? She like goes to visit her, and she's like doing her makeup, whatever.
She's like, "I'm super excited."
She's like, "You're naughty, Polly." She called her naughty Polly.
She did. And so then she said, because she was like, "Oh, let's go check out your mom's like jewelry and shit." She's like, "Ooh, okay." And so then she like tells her about the wigs or whatever, and then she's like, just like looking around or whatever, and like I don't understand why they're not like side by side. Like she's like, "My parents would be so angry if we'd be like if they caught us in here. You like divide and conquer. No, like stay with me. So whatever you find, I'll find too. Like what the hell's happening right now? Just like letting me into your mom's like freaking pantry. And so
they go into the mom's room.
So she goes in, and then like at one point in time, like Cheryl's checking out all the jewelry, and then she opens up one of the boxes, and lo and behold, it is
Jason's ring that he was gonna give Polly.
Yeah, which is his grandmother's ring. And then she's like, "What did you find?" And then Cheryl's like, "This is Nana's ring.
This is the ring."
And then Polly's like, "That's the ring."
Are my parents guilty? I don't know.
Well, maybe no. So essentially, she's like, "Why do your parents have the ring that Jason was gonna give me? And now he's dead. Did they kill Jason?" And then
that's what I mean. I feel like this whole episode was just like intense. Accusations and like getting to like really like weird like conclusions and like, guys, you're not police officers.
Yeah,
just go fucking enjoy the dance. Go have fun. Like have a drink. Like just relax. Like
that. Yeah.
Like why are you guys trying to like solve the world right now?
Yeah, but yeah, and essentially Cheryl does say like, "Stay the fuck out of this because you don't even know what you're talking about." And then she like keeps the ring.
Cheryl was acting weird the entire episode.
Yeah, we'll get to that at the end of it because NB's like.
Anyways, whatever. So then, what's next?
And then there's the dinner at the Betty's.
Right. So then, like, Alice is going to the turned up.
She's turned up. She's got her eyeshadow
flaming. So she's because you were like, "Where's she going to Met Gala?" Yeah. Like, I'm like, no, they're going to the homecoming dance. Like, that like is so underrated in this freaking episode.
Yeah, so she was like next level like eyeshadow.
Yeah, she was like next level asking FP all these questions.
She's like, "So."
And like in the beginning, he was cool with it. He was like answering them, and like he even shaved his beard to like make himself look more like daddy.
A normal person. And then so she like basically like starts like going after him like very obviously
like hard,
and it gets very awkward, and then it like kind of peaks to the point where like she basically says, "Were you upset when Hiram or when the theater or whatever like got taken over or whatever?" And he's like,
"Yeah, obviously I was. Like, I like movies too." And Jackie's like, "Haha, it's my dad."
That's my dad. And so she's basically digging for information.
Yeah. So then in the meantime, you have
Betty's like pissed.
Betty's like pissed because like she knows what her mom's up to, right? Yeah. So in the meantime, Archie and Veronica go to FP's trailer.
Right. Because that was their plan, right? They were gonna wait for Alice was gonna do the dinner and distract him, and then they went in. Like,
originally, like Archie wasn't in the plan, so I was like, wow, like Veronica's gonna go to his house by herself.
Yeah.
Like, how is she gonna even know where the key was?
That's true, but
so Archie's like, haha, the key's been here since we were kids. Yeah. I was like, has this man been living in a trailer since they were kids?
That's so sad.
They never had a normal house.
You know, you know what was a really really sad part about it? I think I was like, oh, they're going to the construction site. Why would he be hiding something in the construction site? You're like, no, that's his house.
But you're right. I feel like it's on the same like the same set because like it looked like that.
So anyway, they go inside the house and they're like doing their search.
Like they look for shit all.
Yeah.
Because they suck at everything. First of all, Archie's just like has a boner the whole time. Like, he's just like, I want to like.
He's ready for that.
Yeah, like he's not really looking. Like, Veronica's looking, but he's not really. He's like looking at her.
He's looking at her butt.
So then they're like, okay, we didn't find anything.
We couldn't find anything.
And Veronica's like, no, please, let me look a bit more. He's like, girl, we did not find it.
Calm down.
Let's go, like, make out right now. He's like, I got no time for this.
Yeah, he's like.
She's like, no, let me.
He got really like he got really aggressive with her.
He was like, let's stop.
And then she was
it's like, enough.
Yeah, and then she was like, what's that?
I don't know who kissed who, but he ended up making out quickly.
Yeah.
Like at FP's, and they're like, okay, let's dip. Let's go home.
And in between that scene, Mama Blossom talks to Polly and like talks her through like why she had the ring.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yo, this is what happened. He threw it back at us before he left the house, and
he didn't want anything to do with us.
Yeah, he was like disowning us.
He didn't even like his red hair.
Yeah. And then she's like, go have your milkshake.
Well, it was funny because she gave her the milkshake from before.
Yeah.
And then she has this like ginormous cup still that's still full with like the cherry on top.
Yeah.
She's like, go ahead, girl, drink your milkshake. And then Polly's like, no, I'm lactose intolerant. I can't.
But then she's like, okay, if you say so.
So then she drinks it. She like sips it like long and hard, and then like she passes out.
And then she essentially passes out.
We don't know if it's from like lactose intolerant. Like
no, she does say it. Like
she put something in it.
She put something in it to like make her fall asleep, and then
which is really fucked up because she's pregnant.
She's
like
pregnant.
That's fucked.
It was really weird because she had to explain it very like specifically to Cheryl. She was like, "So we put her to sleep, but it's not going to harm the baby, so don't worry about it."
Like okay, there's a magic like pill that like knocks you out but doesn't affect your freaking baby.
Yeah, exactly. It was really weird. like giving you drugs at any time is like a weird.
So then the parents ask Cheryl. They're like, "Okay, what about the ring though? Like, what happened to it? You found it?"
And then
Cheryl's like, "Yeah, I tossed it away. She's like, I just got rid of it."
She's like, "I threw it into
the toilet. It's gone. Like, good riddance. Like, buy Nana's ring. I don't give a shit."
And then she's like, "Was that okay, Dad?"
And the daddy's like, "My daughter, you are the best."
Yeah, she's
in his fucking weird ass wig.
He's like, "All right."
Now it just looks like a bird's nest on his head.
Now we're gonna like book it every single freaking time. And then there's a drop off at the dance, and FP's like, "Yo, just letting you know, like Betty and Jugs go." First of all, can we really quickly talk out for the Bughead fans? Like, they were so cute in the beginning of this episode. So
freaking cute.
Like, just,
they
were just,
I just
like,
love
on
them together. I love their moments that they have when, like, especially in that moment when he looks up at her and she's on the top of the stairs and, like, she looks so beautiful and, like, he has, like, this, like, look in his eye, like, you know, like, just really cute moments.
Yeah. But then he kind of,
like, comes, like, falling down. So.
Yeah, then he, like, breaks the news and says, like, you know, I think it would be a good idea if, like...
Like, we just get...
We just dip from Riverdale and like we can go and see your mom and like move in with them because I don't
go
have
to Toledo, Ohio, and like just dip from there. And he's like, "What, Dad?"
And then he like looks up and he's like, "Oh shit, I got like my girlfriend." And
then the best part, was fucking Fred Andrews rolling up to this dance. One arm is his side chick Hermione, and one arm is his legit wife Mary, and he's like, "Yeah," it's like. And the best part is, like, they don't even care. like, it's like, he's got good deep. Like, they don't even give a shit. Like, Hermione's like, "Yeah, my man." And then she's like, "My original man."
I kind of just...
It's so funny.
I kind of also just love... I don't remember the real actor's name. Is it...
Molly Ringwald?
No, him.
Oh, what's his face? Luke Perry.
Luke Perry. Like... But how does Luke Perry, 25 years later, still play someone who 2 times people? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, 2 times girls. Totally. It's like in his blood.
And he like just walked in, honestly, like the happy. He was like, yeah.
And like a sick tux too. Like he was wearing like that white on black look. Like,
yeah, he looked proper. It was just like, pretty ridiculous. And Cheryl kind of pretends to get upset with Betty, because like Betty's like, "Oh, hey, where's my sister?"
Yeah.
And then Cheryl's like, "She
had a sugar rush,
and then she fell asleep. I'm never doing anything for anybody ever again." And then she like ran away. It was just really, I don't know.
Like she was being weird this episode. Very weird. She was very weird.
Yeah. So then,
and then we have a good scene in the bathroom with Alice Cooper. So Mary is in the bathroom. She's putting on lipstick.
Right.
Because she probably just made out with Fred, like real talk, in the car. And then Alice comes in, she's like, well. Like, I feel like that's Alice's, like, intro to, like, every scene.
To life.
It's like, well, Mary frickin' Andrews. She's like, "You're back in town, eh?" And then Mary's like, yeah, like, I've always been here. Like, I'm, like, homegirl.
And then
she's like, "You got 2, you're, like, a polygamist now." She's like, "Fred's got, like, 2 wives." And then what she's like, "It's not even a word."
Yeah, and then she turns around to Alice and she's like...
it's funny.
She's like, "You basically never changed since high school.
Yeah, you're still the same. Your insults are still the same." Like,
yeah, and she's like, "It's tired. Like, get over yourself. Like, we don't really care. He's a grown-ass man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants." And she's like, "Are you sure about that?" And just like kind of waddles away. She just like dips.
She's so funny.
Alice is like she's become like one of my favorite characters because she's so fucking crazy. And then it cuts to Betty. Freaking out.
So it was cute. So this girl is legit glitching. Like you could see like the cut scenes, like Norman Bates style. Like she's glitching out. And so she walks into like the dance room or whatever. Yeah. And she sees Alice, Archie, and Veronica talking.
Yeah. Because they come back and
like have to update her on like what they found and what they didn't find. And so she sees them and she's like, "What the hell? Like, why?" And there's all these like such
slow close-ups of her being like her
eyes are like getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
What's going on over there?
And then like the principal tries to talk to her, but like the noise is like drowned out. Like it's like very like epic. Like she doesn't hear them because she's looking at them. Like so she's like, "I don't have time for this. Like, I gotta go." And then she like runs away from the principal, and she goes up to who? Who does she talk to?
Who?
Betty? She goes up to them, or she doesn't.
She's about to go. Yeah, she goes up to them, and she's like, "Hey, why were you guys like? Where were you guys? Like, first of all, like you just like missed half the dance."
And Sasha talking to my mom, like,
and you're talking to my mom, and then she's like, "We can't talk right now. We're gonna go on stage right now."
Yeah, Archie's
and
like,
then they ran away.
"Ronnie, we gotta go on stage." She's like, "Okay, Archie, relax."
And then insert like 5 whole minutes of...
Also, why weren't the Pussycats performing? That's my question.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Pussycats. # Pussycats.
It's kind of funny because like they show them like singing a gospel song in the beginning.
Yeah, I feel like they just like had to throw that in there.
And then they like stopped. That was it.
Yeah, they're slacking right now.
And it was pretty tight because I'm pretty sure the girl who plays Josie, I forgot her name, Melanie,
I don't know.
something. She tweeted that Josie's gonna come back through for this episode. Lies.com.
Really? This episode?
Yeah.
Girl, you weren't even in it.
Yeah, she was like
I didn't even see her at the dance.
Yeah.
Like you legit had a flashback practice scene. You couldn't even sing your practice song at the dance.
Totally. Yeah. Like,
I don't know what she's talking about. She clearly has a different picture in her head. Sorry, Josie.
They cut out like, all her scenes.
So
out.
Archie and Ronnie play together. They perform. They're super cute.
Yeah,
like they're vibing on stage.
Blah blah blah. Whatever.
And the entire time, Betty is giving like devil eyes to them.
She's
like devil eyes.
She's like, what are they
through the
doing?
crowd? She's just like not feeling it. She's glitching out. She's not feeling the dance. Like she's getting like very like sketchy vibes. Yeah. And then also she's glitching out too.
She's getting sad vibes.
She's getting like sad. I'm like, girl, this girl smoked the wrong thing. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's like freaking over emotional.
She's not feeling her life right now.
As they're singing Kids in America, she's like, and then like she's like kind of whimpering, and then like she's like full blown crying. She's like, okay, I gotta go. She like leaves.
I don't know if I feel this right now.
Yeah, she's like, I kind of like this song. No, I'm sad.
And like,
and then she leaves.
And then like in between all of like the singing, the excessive singing, there's a shot of FP, like the police coming to FP's trailer.
So he comes back home. He's like, my son's about to get it in.
Yeah.
He's like super happy that like he's like the best father ever.
Yeah.
And then he gets arrested.
Because they search his house and they find
in the closet they find like a case, I guess, like a metal case, and then in there there's a gun. The revolver.
Exactly. And then Fred is dancing with a mom, and there's a quick shot of like Fred dancing with Mary, and then Hermione's just like sipping her tea.
Hermione was lurking hard.
She's sipping that tea. She's like,
but she was like, wait. She's like, when's my turn?
She's like, can I run in there? And okay, can I just do a shout out to like the silent character of this episode? Kevin.
This poor guy didn't even have a line.
And when he had a line, he was being interrupted. He was
being asked for directions. He's like, Kevin, have you seen Veronica? Have you seen Archie? Have you seen Betty? He's like, and before he could even answer them back, they're like already like gone looking for that person.
He's literally like dancing with he's like, this is the first time I ever had a dance with a boyfriend, or like even had a boyfriend at all. And he's like so excited, and then like Jughead out of nowhere is like, oh, I'm sorry to interrupt your like romantic moment that like you're having this entire freaking episode.
Yeah, poor guy.
And then like they move on with their life. So then it cuts to Archie, Veronica, and Betty in the hallways, and she like pulls them aside. She's like,
now she's like, tell me what the hell is going on.
Where the fuck were you guys? Yeah. And so they kind of have to like give her all the tea and tell her like what happened.
Yeah, they're like, you guys were distracting them at dinner.
Yeah.
We went to FP's. It's cool. We didn't find anything. Like, it's all good.
Like, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
And then like Jughead comes.
And then he's like, why do I feel like everybody's like saying some crazy secret behind my back? And then Betty's like, are you going to tell him or do you want me to tell him?
And like Ronnie and Archie, if you thought Archie was useless, add Ronnie to the mix and they're both useless.
Useless together.
Like literally Betty had to take everything.
Yeah.
And she wasn't even involved in half of it.
In any of it.
She's like, guys, I didn't even know this.
I literally just found out.
And then Jughead kept saying, he's like, you're lying to me, Betty. You lied to me. I'm like, no, she didn't though. Like she really didn't lie.
And at the same time, like Archie and Veronica were like,
they're just like,
speechless. They didn't say anything to like protect her. They're like, no, she didn't know anything at all because she didn't know anything at all.
Yeah, didn't say anything.
And so he's freaking pissed. Like Jugs is like getting so mad at Betty. He's like, that's what you do with your like my family. Like I can't believe like you still don't trust him after all this time. That means that you don't trust me, you freaking sketchbag. She's like about to burst out crying. And then like the entire congregation of
freaking Kevin and his whole crew like roll up.
Go in and he's like, yo, I'm sorry about your dad. And he's like, what? And then he's like,
Kevin's like, my dad just called me. First of all, isn't that official police business? Why are you calling Kevin, your son, who's 16, at a dance and being like, yo, son, this guy just got arrested? Like, please.
But also, he's like, How are you giving into like the gossip girl of the entire fucking world in this thing? Like he's like no, he's Kevin knows like all the information. Yeah. He's like gonna obviously run around and tell everybody. Anyway, so then they all like run out to the front, and Jugs like runs home because he like
he like ran home in the rain. Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then it was a commercial break, and then it was Betty at home talking to Alice, and Alice is like, yo, I'm sorry what happened, but I'm glad that you're not with Jugs anymore. Like, we're done with that family. And
Betty's like, Mom, like, did you know? And Alice is like, no, I didn't know.
I swear I didn't know.
I didn't plant the gun.
I didn't call like, the police on him or anything.
I didn't do that.
And then she's like, I'm going to go find him now. And then she's like, no, you have to stay here. And then Betty's like, don't push me.
She's like,
because I'm close to the edge.
She's like, you're pushing me.
Yeah.
And don't push me.
Because I will push back. I love him.
Don't push me, I'll push back.
I was
like, okay, girl, angry. Like, calm down.
And then it cuts to Hermione and Veronica, and they're like, what are we going to do?
They're just like sitting on their like sofa, and they're like,
what's going to happen?
Like female power.
Yeah. And then Hermione's like, well, if your dad doesn't know, but then like, then it's your dad, then we're going to cut him out of your life. And like
essentially what ended up happening was Hermione's like, you know what? Let's take it day by day. We don't really know if your dad's going to get out, but if he does, let's just take it as it goes. So basically, you're useless for the last 11 episodes, okay? All your fucking planning and your scheming meant shit all.
Like, let's just wait for your dad to come home.
Yeah, like, just let him come home, and then you can deal with the situation. Like, oh, God.
Oh, my gosh, that's so joke.
So then, like, that happens.
And then it cuts to Mary. Ooh, Mary. And Archie.
Oh, yeah, in the kitchen.
She's like... He's like, yo, I can't even believe this is happening right now. I'm tripping out.
Oh, my life has so much drama in it.
And she's like,
okay, she's like, if you want, you can come to Chicago. She's like, you can do your music there.
She's like, Riverdale's getting dangerous, and I don't want you to be like sucked into. Yeah, it was very weird.
It's not even on a mountainous area. Like, it's all flatlands.
I mean, it kind of
is.
Yeah, true. Oh, yeah. There's like woods and shit.
Yeah. And then Fred overhears this, and he's like, she's too.
He's like sad because like, he's like, this bitch is trying to take away my son. And then it cuts to Cheryl again, seeing her parents in Thornhill.
In their room.
And
they're like, the mom's like crying.
She's crying because she like just found out from the sheriff that like they arrested FB. Yeah. So
she's like, he killed my son. He killed my son.
And then they like hug, and then Cheryl is holding the ring that she.
So she didn't. Yeah.
She didn't throw that shit out.
She lied.
Yeah. And then it cuts to Pop, and then Betty's like frantically looking for drugs under the tables and stuff. And then
she's like, "Where's Jughead? Have you seen Jughead?" He's like, "No, but I see those two over there." And then she's like, "Oh," and then she's like, "I never want to talk to you guys ever again."
Nah.
And then Archie's like, "No, but wait, like, please, let me just say this one last thing."
Yeah.
He's like, "We actually like searched his whole place, his whole trailer.
Yeah.
And we checked that closet.
Yeah.
And there was nothing in the closet."
So Obvi,
somebody put it there.
Somebody put that there.
And then Betty's like, oh.
She's like... And then she's like, also thanks for like
good job.
Yeah, good job for
like, but you couldn't even take a picture.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's kind of like facts.
Whatever.
But...
We'll see what happens.
So then that's the end of the episode.
That's the end of the episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
And apparently we're supposed to find out who killed Jason like next week.
Next episode, guys.
I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Like, tweet us. Let us know.
First of all, let's take your conversation.
My guess is Cheryl. But if I have a doubt, it's because of this episode, because they almost made it too obvious that it could be her.
Yeah.
Because she's just been like kind of sad and over emotional.
Yeah.
So I'm like, girl, what is going on with you right now? But I think agree. I think that it still is her. Apparently there was an interview that like KJ Apa gave, like the guy that plays Archie.
Yeah.
And in the interview he says like, I don't know, it was a shock when he found out too. So he said I think by accident. Like, cause someone was like, oh, like, who is it? And he was like, I can't tell you. He's like, he was so shocked too when he heard. Apparently he said that.
Oh.
So like, they think that it might be a flub, or he's bullshitting, and like he's doing it on purpose. So even if it is a guy, I don't know really who it would be.
Could be, yeah.
But I'm with Cheryl for now, right now. No, that's stupid though. I feel like. That's
stupid. Yeah, I mean, in the middle of the week, I messaged MB and I was like, what if it was Betty?
Yeah, but then why? We said that we talked about this before. Like, why really? Her though?
But she glitches out.
She glitches out, but what would be her motive to kill Jason? That he knocked up her sister? Like, why?
Yeah.
I don't know, unless there's something that we don't know about already, which is unfair. I don't like when they reveal like a second layer of the story.
But if that's the case, and like Cheryl's not the front runner and the one who actually murders them, whoever they're gonna reveal, we're gonna be like, that came out of fucking nowhere. Because like, where's the story? Like where's the connection? We didn't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, all these like super sleuths. I don't know if like Riverdale fans out there, if you've been watching it and like know exactly, and like there's definitely clues that they've left us, or is it gonna be like a full out shocker for everybody? Yeah. You know, the only reason why I think it could still be Betty is because the fact that she can black out, so even she wouldn't know why. Do you know what I mean? Like she could.
Yeah, you're right.
For all we know, like that could happen, and she like could like not even remember.
Yeah.
So we did see like a little bit of a promo, like,
and I guess her motive could be like, you're taking my sister away from me. Like, how could you?
Yeah, she freaks out because like she wants her sister.
Yeah.
I mean, but in that same regard, and that's what I mean, like this whole thing about Cheryl being on the other side of it, it's almost like the siblings.
The
of
two siblings.
The people who wanted to be together are like
the
fighting.
Angry ones. Yeah,
they're the frustrated and angry ones.
So
it's almost like showing this Betty and like Cheryl like
the contrast,
epic rivalry in this contrast. So
that'd be interesting. I don't know.
It'll be interesting. All we saw was them finding out, like watching a video on like a laptop.
So
and around that circle, it's like
apparently it's gonna get revealed.
Yeah.
The murder on tape.
Yeah, because you hear the gunshot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you hear the gunshot.
Okay, that's cool. That's kind of cool.
It's kind of creepy. And then like Betty closes the lid. That's why I was also like,
because it's her.
Betty.
That's crazy.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? I think at this point,
I just don't know how she'll come back from that. Do you know what I mean? Like, as a character, like she killed this kid. Like, what is she gonna do next season? Like, we're gonna hate her.
Unless she's like unless she like is not on her meds.
I mean, that's probably what it is. If it is that, right? For sure.
But how could she have that severe of like schizophrenia?
I mean, Norman Bates. So.
Yeah, I feel like Norman, like Bates Motel,
he sets
is like
the bar.
It's like leaking into the rest of my theories right now. Whoops. So I think that's it.
That's it for us.
That's the rest of the episode.
I can't wait for next week.
Yeah, next week's gonna be freaking crazy. We're gonna try to do this live time. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, let us know at recap_rewind on Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe and like us. And I already said that. And that's it. Bye.